Okay, so again, tell me whose feast day it is today? Would we agree that he's the greatest saint of all time? The answer is yes. Yes. Okay, I love St. Patrick's Day. When I was really little, I used to think that, because St. Patrick's Day, there's like parades and big parties and people get all dressed up. And, you know, I used to think as a little kid that St. Patrick's Day like was this big party for me, which I don't know why it's not. I don't know. I just think that that would be awesome. All right, but I love St. Patrick. He was an amazing saint. He was a missionary, which means that he went to people who lived in a different part of the world and he brought the gospel to them. He lived an amazing life. At one point, he was kidnapped and he was made to be a slave for a long time, and then he escaped the people who took him, and then he was given a dream by God who said, I want you to go back to those people who kidnapped you and bring the gospel to them. Talk about heroic, right? An amazing saint. He had a passion, let's think about it this way. He had a passion for people. He had a passion for souls. He had a desire and a passion to bring Jesus to people around him. Oh, I love St. Patrick. So his intercession, we're calling upon his intercession today as we celebrate this Mass. So what I want to talk about today from this gospel, I want to talk about the difference between the abstract and the concrete. I want you to say abstract. Say concrete. Say it with an Irish accent. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, all right. All right, the abstract and the concrete. So this is what I mean. The abstract is like ideas, like the way you think about things, right? Like picture in your mind right now a purple house. Everyone got it in their mind? That's called abstract. That's ideas. That's thinking. Versus you drive down the road, you're like, whoa, there's an actual purple house. That's the concrete, right? Let me give you a different example. So, what day was that? 7th grade. Where's 7th graders? 7th grade. I come into your class on Tuesday. I'm with you guys on Tuesdays. All right. So on Tuesday, I was with our 7th graders, and we were talking about, well, especially Rory and Michelle were trying to sell me on the idea that I should get a dog. Okay. They were pushing it real hard. Gus wanted me to get a snake. I don't think I'm going to get a snake. And I don't think I'm going to get a dog. But they were making the sell. They were like, you should really get a dog, Father Pat. Wouldn't that be great? This priest has a dog. You should have a dog. I'm like, I don't know. All right. But here's the thing. In my mind, when I think about having a dog, I like the idea of having a dog. Dogs are cute. Who likes dogs? I mean, everyone, like, come on now. Dogs are so cute. Puppies are cute. It's a cute thing, right? They're so cute and cuddly. Their little tongues licking your face. Like, that's great. Who doesn't love that? Except that when it comes to the actual dog, right? I'm thinking, this was my comeback. I'm like, but I don't want, like, I can barely feed myself. The thought about having to, like, get up early in the morning and feed a dog and take the dog out for walks. And like, okay, you got to go to the bathroom? Okay, I got to go to the bathroom too. All right, let's go. All right. Like walking a dog at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, early hours in the morning, all day long, that dog, then he's like, he makes a mess in your house. Okay, all these things, right? So I'm thinking about, you got the idea, the abstract idea of having a dog, awesome. The concrete reality, actually having a dog that you got to, he's got to go out to the bathroom, right? You got, like, I don't know if I want to deal with that, right? The actual dog. Abstract versus concrete. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I think there's a lot of people in our world and a lot of people in the church who in their minds, like, yeah, I love helping the poor. I love taking care of people. I love being kind to people. Yeah, I think that's a great thing. I think it's a great thing to help people. But like, I don't want to, like that person? Nah, I don't want to help that person. I think there's a lot of people who in our minds, we say, yeah, I love helping the poor. I love the idea of being kind and loving and friendly and welcoming. But then when it comes to like the person sitting next to you, the person around you, not that person, like other people, God. I want to love other people. See, this was the problem with the gospel, the guy in the gospel today, this rich man. I imagine this rich man, that he probably loved the idea of helping out the poor. I'm sure he gave money to the temple. I'm sure he gave donations. He gave alms. I'm sure he did all those things. But then when you've got Lazarus, an actual poor person, and he's not just like a poor person, he's like a really poor person, sick, lying at the guy's house, lying in front of his door, an actual person, a concrete person right there in front of him. Lazarus is like, excuse me, I got to go to work, right? And he walks over the guy and just goes on his way. He liked the idea of helping the poor, but helping this actual poor person right in front of him, Here's the thing. God has put into your life and into my life like real people, actual people that you interact with all day long. A lot of your classmates, the people that you are sitting with right now, the people you go to school here with. And God is saying, I want you to love these real people. Like, I'm asking you to be kind and good and friendly to these real people. He's like, I don't care if you think like, oh, I love helping the poor. I love being loving in my mind. No. He's like, okay, let's put this to the test. Here's a person in your class who you find annoying, who you find like, I don't want to be friends with them. I don't want to play a game with them. I don't want to be in a group with them. God's like, are you gonna love them though? Like, this is an actual person right in front of you. How are you going to treat them? How are you going to treat them? All day long, God brings actual people, real people into our worlds. He's saying, these are the people I'm asking you to love. Will you do it? That's the question. That's the question. That's what we'll be judged on. We will not be judged on, well, did you think that you wanted to help people? Did you think that you wanted to love people? We're going to be judged on, did you actually help? Did you actually love? Did you actually serve the real people who I put on your path? That's going to be the question. So right now, I just want you to think. There are people in your world, in your classes, people that as soon as we leave Mass that you're going to be walking in lines with, bumping in the halls with, actual people. Are you going to love them? Are you going to be kind and good? Are you going to be Jesus to them? Or are you going to do what Lazarus did and be like, I'm not going to be kind to you. I'm just going to step over you and I'm going to go be nice to other people. We got to be good to the concrete, real people in front of us, the actual people. This is what St. Patrick did. This is what made him a saint. He went and served the actual people of Ireland. He said, I want to love you. That's why he became a saint. All right, abstract is fine, but it's the concrete that matters. It's the concrete situations, the actual situations where it matters. Amen?